Okay, the question was brought up just now. They wanted me I talked about some don'ts before, the word don't, when it comes to like dating or not getting into certain type of things. So this is how it came up. I told them when it comes to like possibly dating, I tell my sons what to look for. I don't sit there and tell them what not to look for, because if I tell them what to look for, their focus is only going to be on what they're looking for. So the reason why I say don't, like for instance, I had some of the parents of y'all that are in here, and even some of you guys that are grown and dating right now. I remember when y'all came to me and you guys were saying things like, my mom and dad would tell me, don't you be messing with these hoes, don't you be messing with these whores, don't you be messing with these pimps, don't you be messing with these players, you know, don't be messing with this, don't be messing with that. And it's so funny, they said the very things that my parents have told me not to do, I actually went and did it. I said because it kept your focus on that. So when I say I don't sit there and say don't, it's because of this. Don't think about a red elephant. Don't think about a pink elephant. Don't think about a brown dog. Don't think about a pink cat. You see how the minute I said don't think about a pink cat, your mind instantly made it happen? Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. A lot of times when we keep on saying, don't mess with these girls, don't do this, I'm not saying it don't work, but my point is that it actually kept my focus on the very thing you telling me not to go into. So that what you focus on, y'all know I say this a lot, that what you focus on, you go towards. Okay, so they want to let me give you guys this little thing that I say, that I've heard, I forget what class it was in, but it goes like this, okay. Y'all ever seen those poles outside? They got the power lines on it. Those poles are about, I don't know, 200 feet something high, 100 feet high, I don't know, and they're only about 2 or 3 feet wide. And I always tell people, how is it that a car hit those poles dead on, as skinny as that pole is compared to how wide a car is? How is it that those people hit dead into that pole? Some cars are sometimes sliding, get hit, you know, yeah, they hit and wrap around it, but the whole point of it is that when the cars hit the poles dead on, how does it happen? This thing is this small, and this car runs right into it. How does that happen? Because even though the person was trying to avoid hitting the pole, they never took their sight off of the pole. Therefore, their body directed them right towards the very thing they were trying to avoid. NASCAR drivers are taught that if they actually like lose control of the car, they slide, they're taught to look to the middle of the track, because guess what? The body will correct them and take them to the very place that they're going. And I think like we had a patient that was a jock before, you know, I'm talking about the person that ride the horses, and he said the reason why the horses have those things on the side of their face, I forget what they're called, is because they don't need to be distracted by anything that's on the side of them. Their goal is this: if I'm running, I don't see nothing on the side of me, so it seems like I'm actually focusing in first place, but if they see something get in front of them, the idea is try to pass that thing up so nothing can be in my view. Nothing in my view, no distractions. So that's my whole point about this focus thing, because that what you focus on, you go towards. So thank you for bringing that up, by the way. So yeah, so that's what it is. The very thing that you tell them not to do, if it keeps their focus on it, they go towards it. So that's why I don't sit there and spend a lot of time on, don't you do this, don't you do that. No, do this, do that, do this, do this, do that, do that. So I don't have to worry about the don'ts, because guess what? That's all they're going to look for. Yeah, find somebody like your mom. See how your mom is nice, see how she's sweet, see how she's that, and guess what? I talk to my sons about girls, things like that. Me and my wife both talk to them about that, and we just sit there and ask them like they just bring it up there. So you know what? When I get married one day, I hope my wife is able to cook like my mom. I hope my wife is able to be like sweet like my mom. I hope my wife will be able to be da-da-da-da like my mom. And I love hearing that, because guess what? Their focus is on getting somebody like mama. So they already say, oh, I can't stand some of these girls that be like, ah, da, 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 da. I mean, my sons, they do that. They do the same thing I do. You know, have y'all seen the video with Dashika Shay? Those type of girls are my sons them avoid. They can't even stand it. They don't even like it at all. And I love that. I never tell them, don't be going after these girls that talk like this or act like that. No, they're the ones that see how their mom is. And then they actually put it in their mind, this is the type of person that I'm going to want to be with one day, somebody that's like my mom. And not saying, oh, motherly, like oh, somebody's going to take care of me or give me a kiss before going to bed or pray with me at night or read stories to me. I'm not talking about nothing like that. I'm talking about the attributes that my wife has. You know, she's a great cook. She's a crazy clean freak. And very sweet, very nice. She knows she speaks her mind, you know. She followed the oracles of how God set up how a house should be. You know, with God being the head of me, I'm the head of my wife, and it flows all the way down. And it ain't like there's no, oh, I'm the da-da-da-da. It's nothing like that. That's for another video, which that's going to be a good one, because I know it's a lot of married people that want to know about that too. And yeah, I know, but we don't have time to talk about it right now. I promise you that I'm gonna talk about that whole step. The question was, they wanted me to kind of go into the whole thing of how God sets up, when He sets up like a relationship. When they said God is the head of man, man is the head of the woman, and then, you know, so on and so forth. They wanted me to kind of address that, but I'm gonna have to save that for another video, because that can be something that's gonna be a little bit hot.